A reading from the Gospel according to Mathew, chapter 9, verses 36 to 10 and 8. At the sight of the crowds, Jesus' heart was moved with pity for them, because they were troubled and abandoned, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, "The harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. So ask the master of the harvest to send out laborers for his harvest." Then he summoned his 12 disciples and gave them authority over unclean spirits, to drive them out and to cure every disease and every illness. The names of the 12 apostles are these: first, Simon called Peter and his brother Andrew, James the son of Zebedee and his brother John, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Mathew the tax collector, James the son of Alphaeus and Thaddeus, Simon from Cana, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. Jesus sent out these 12 after instructing them thus: "Do not go into pagan territory or enter a Samaritan town. Go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. As you go, make this proclamation: the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Cure the sick, raise the dead, cleanse lepers, drive out demons. Without cost you have received, without cost you are to give." Words of the Holy Father. The Gospel says that Jesus appointed 12 to be with him and to be sent out to preach. Two things: to be with him and to send them to preach. There is one aspect that seems contradictory. He called them to be with him and to go and preach. One would say either one or the other, either stay or go. But no, for Jesus there is no going without staying, and there is no staying without going. It is not easy to understand this, but that's the way it is. Let us try to understand a little bit what is the sense in which Jesus says these things. First of all, there is no going without staying. Before sending the disciples forth on mission, Christ, the Gospel says, calls them to himself. The proclamation is born from the encounter with the Lord. Every Christian activity, especially the mission, begins from there, not from what is learnt in an academy. No, it begins from the encounter with the Lord. Witnessing him, in fact, means radiating him. But if we do not receive his light, we will be extinguished. If we do not spend time with him, we will bear ourselves instead of him. I am bringing myself and not him, and it will all be in vain. So only those who remain with him can bring the gospel of Jesus. Anyone who does not remain with him cannot bear the gospel. He will bring ideas, but not the gospel. Equally, however, there is no staying without going. In fact, following Christ is not an inward-looking fact. Without proclamation, without service, without mission, the relationship with Jesus does not grow.